Hello, this is Lucas from the In-Flight channel. Today is your 5th day of FSX Flight School. FSX Flight School videos are uploaded every day around 5 p.m. Pacific time. So let's get started with the video. Hey guys, today we're going to continue learning how to fly the 737-800. Alright, so we're going to actually be using this Boeing livery right here. So our call sign here is November 737 Whiskey. So now what we're going to do, this is going to be our last flight with the 737 this is going to be our last flight with the 737. Next episode we're going to be getting into a 747, but since a 747 doesn't fit here at San Jose International, we're going to have to take this aircraft over to San Francisco so we can hop into the 747 tomorrow. Alright, so first thing we want to do, we want to board the passengers, so Shift E to open the door right here, and then Control J to move this over here. Alright, second thing we want to do, of course, now we're in the cockpit. So it is currently morning, as you might have been able to tell. It's not exactly bright, but it's not exactly getting darker, so it's morning. So first thing we want to do, we want to go Shift 5, and then this whole thing comes up, so we want to actually press this, generators, right? As you can see, something pops up right here, then we press on. Guess what happens? All these things down here pop up, then we want to press the panel lights to go on, then you can see basically everything, our alternates over here. Second thing we want to do, we want to open the crossfeed and start these. Then we want to turn all these on, and all of these. Alright. Second thing we want to do, press Shift 4. Then we want to go over here, turn all those on. As you can see, this starts starting up, but not really. Then we press this, start the left engine up. As you can tell, it's starting up a little bit more over here. Then we want to go right engine start. Boom. This thing starts up. And neutral. Alright, there we go. Just do a little test. Throttles forward just a little bit. Alright, there we go. All engines are on. Alright, second thing we want to do, we want to start the APU. See, this turns on. Boom. Complete power. Taxi lights on. Alright, so now that the passengers are on, we want to press Control J. We want to press Shift E. We want to hop back into the cockpit. Last thing we want to do, press Shift 5 and press this fast seatbelt sign. Alright. Now what we got to do, we're going to put our throttle back to absolutely idle, release the parking brakes, and press Shift P. That starts our pushback procedure. Now what we want to do, we want to press circumflex. That's what I call it, at least. I don't think that's actually what it is. So then we got to go to ground, and then we click depart straight out. Alright, here we go, and then we just start doing all this. Alright. So I will not be skipping ahead anything in this video, because we have to learn how to fly big aircraft like this before we can move to the 737. So, alright, so taxi 30 right. Alright, acknowledge, and turn on progressive taxi. Whoa, it just came up, but nothing really happened. So let's take this out, maybe. And when we come over here, maybe we'll be able to see it. Nope, nothing there. Alright, turn it off. Turn it back on, maybe. Nope. Alright, I guess we can only see it from the cockpit. So once we get back here, sadly FSX does not have the technology to actually make the plane turn on the line right here. So yeah, I know, it's kind of sad. So we're just going to kind of stop when the nose wheel gets right here. That means our back wheels will kind of be on the grass. I hope not, though. Don't know. So we have to stop right before the back wheels get onto the grass. So right about there. Alright. So now that we're here, let's look to the right. Ah, it's okay. We know where 30 right is. Alright. So now what we want to do, we want to check, we want to press L, turn on all of our lights except, just press Shift 5, and then turn off those right here. Okay. So let's put our throttle to 30, and let's start taxiing, and then we turn to the right. So now we're going to start our taxi procedure in this direction right here. Alright, I'll speed this up, don't worry. Alright guys, so we're approaching 30 right here. 30 right, 12 left, we are on taxiway Bravo. Alright, so what we want to do, we want to kind of align ourselves on the line right here, and boom. Alright, now we want to press circumflex, and tune to the tower, and request takeoff clearance. So now they say clear for takeoff, because there's absolutely no traffic. Boom. Okay, boom. There we go. Alright, acknowledge takeoff clearance. So now I'm going to come over here. Clear for takeoff, runway 30 right, Boeing 37 Whiskey. Alright, so now what we're going to do right before we take off, I'm going to close this dialog right here. We're also going to come over here and set our altitude. Since we're only flying to San Francisco, our altitude is going to be this isn't working out. Okay, Shift 1 should help. So we're going to fly at an altitude of 2,200, vertical speed 2,100, and heading, we'll figure that out later. We're going to fly at a speed of 220. Let's do that. Let's do 220. Alright. On that. Alright, press Shift 1. Okay, so now we have to see this down here too, though. So there we go. Alright, so now we're going to slowly advance our throttle to 80 to 100%. I just always go 100%. 100% is better for shorter runways, but again, I do say that every single video, so... Alright, so 100% is better for shorter runways, but most of the people go to like 80. Because 100% just uses too much fuel. But this is FSX, so we don't really worry about fuel. Alright, so now we gotta go... to get to 170s, 175, 180. It's usually when I pull back. 50, 60, 175, rotate. Alright, pull back to 15 degrees. Then about there. You want to actually keep your little dot on the cross right there, but I just usually pull back to 15 degrees. Alright, gear up. Alright, so frequency change approved. Nearest airport list. Now we want to go to oops. Well, actually, first we want to activate our autopilot. So now we want to go to airports farther than you, and then San Francisco. San Francisco Tower. Request full stop landing. All right, there we go. So now we want to. I don't know whether 737 has this, but there we go. Deactivate, and then we can control it on our own. All right. Ooh, we're going way too fast. Slow down. And one runway, one right. It's not. No. It's not where I want to land. Wish I hadn't done that. I just read it way too fast. Go separate direction. Alright, let's just say that we're unfamiliar with the area. You can use this a lot too, if you want to. So, right ahead, that's 12 o'clock. 1 o'clock would be... It's basically like a clock, and you're like the second hand, and basically you're looking at it like as if you're standing on the ground, but you're looking down, and on the ground there's a clock where 12 is on the top and 6 is on the bottom. So 11 o'clock, that would be like over here. 11 o'clock, so yeah, over here. So 12 o'clock would be like exactly there, but 11 o'clock should be over there, and it's wrong because it's over there, but oh well, okay. So yeah, now let's just close this, and yeah, let's maybe start. We're not gonna land on one right, we're gonna land on 2-8 right. Just don't do what I just did. Don't read it too fast and just go, oh, I don't really care, just do something. No, don't ever do that. Alright, we got our autopilot working hard here. Alright. Now at some point, right here, on the 737, here's a vertical speed indicator, if you were wondering. Alright, so let's disengage our autopilot and our speed. So now we have full control of the aircraft. Turn to the right. Alright, so we're trying to land basically right over there. So we're kind of off a little bit, but that's okay. So what we want to do, we want to press L to turn off all of our lights. Now we press L again, turn on all of our lights. Oh, Shift 5. Alright, Shift 5 again. Let's get back into the cockpit so that we can see what we're doing. Alright, so here we go. Alright, let's do flaps 1. Slow down. Extend it out the wheels. Did we already do flaps 1? I have a feeling like it didn't come out yet. Oh yeah, there it is, flaps 1. So we're going to just stay at this altitude of 1,700. Alright, there we go. Flaps 2. Disengage. Alright, so now we want to press Shift slash, which arms our speed brakes. So now, basically what you want to do, you want to watch this down here. Make sure you're not too low. So if you're about a mile out, which is not what we are, we're about 2 miles out, you don't really want to be under 800 feet unless you're going faster than 200 knots. So it's exactly what we're doing, so that's okay. We're doing a low approach because I like low approaches. If you want to do a high approach, you want to be, when you're about 2 miles out, we're actually about a mile out now, when you're about a mile out, then you want to be about 190 knots and like 1,000 feet. So that you just keep descending and descending. Okay, flaps 2, say 3. Alright. So now we have this. Then we go flaps 4. Alright, so now touchdown speed would be good if we did it around 175, 180. Same thing as our rotation speed. Takeoff speed, whatever you want to call it. Alright, so now we want to pull back our throttle to idle so that we can just kind of slow down, and oh my god, we're too slow. Alright, so we want to go over to this side a bit, and then use rudder to get yourself straight. And then at some point, you'll just kind of touch the ground. Boom, you're on the ground, and then you want to press F2. for your reversers. And then once you're sort of at this speed, then you're basically good. Alright, acknowledge ground handoff. Let's go this way. Taxi to gates. Alright, so we're going to taxi to gate A10. Alright, turn on progressive taxi. And that did nothing. Why can't we see all the progressive taxi stuff? Okay, that's okay. Here we go. So we're gonna cross this runway, make sure there's no planes anywhere, there's no traffic, so what the heck. Alright, so over here we're gonna turn to the right on Foxtrot. So as you can tell, we are on Foxtrot, and we're crossing 1 right and 19 left. Alright, so we can actually disengage our landing lights and just keep our taxi lights on. Okay. Here we go. Our gate is going to be this one over here. Alright, so let's just get to the gate, and then we'll be done with this for today. Alright, so let's turn to the right. Now let's use the outside view. We don't have a jetway on this because not every single gate has a jetway, but that's okay. Alright, so now we want to watch the line. Knows we should stop right on the front line. Right on the front lines. Alright, and stop. Alright, that's good enough. Alright, so control period to set your parking brakes, and then shift 5, unfasten your seatbelts, turn off all the hydraulic pumps for the engines, and then press shift 5 and shift 4, turn off the engines. Boom, as you can see, engines powering down. Alright guys, so one more thing, press L, turn off all your lights. Congratulations guys, you have finished your 737 tutorial. Wow. So next episode, we're going to be hopping into the 747, and we're going to be learning how to fly that aircraft, which is going to be a lot harder because it is a jumbo jet. Double-decker. So yeah, I'll see you guys tomorrow for another episode of FSX Flight School.